Welcome to UCLA and to Royce Hall. I'm Kelly Wall, Assistant Dean for Student Achievement in the Division of Undergraduate Education. Thank you so much for coming together during these unprecedented times to celebrate our graduates of the class of 2021. We are honoring the achievements of the bachelor's and master's degree recipients of the College of Letters and Science, the UCLA International Institute, the Samueli School of Engineering, the Herb Alpert School of Music, and the School of Theater, Film, and Television. Before we begin, the leadership of these ceremonies at UCLA acknowledges our presence on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Gabrielino Tongva peoples. I want to remind everyone how much we want this event to be a success. For that to happen, we must observe several safety precautions. I can see that wherever possible, you are seated at a distance from people outside of your household. Very good. I can see that everyone is wearing a mask correctly, with it covering both their nose and mouth. Your mask must remain in place every moment you are inside this beautiful building. Now, this is an unusual one. I ask that you avoid making any loud sounds that would ordinarily come out of your nose or your mouth. We weren't allowed to include singing as part of this event because of COVID rules, so please keep in mind why. Most important of all, I ask you to think about how proud you are of your graduate here with us today, and how much that graduate wants you healthy and safe and a part of their life for a very long time. So please, sit apart from one another, keep your mask on, and avoid yelling, singing, or other potentially hazardous vocalizing. Clapping, however, is strongly encouraged. Please turn off your cell phones at this time, or at least be sure that they are on vibrate. We encourage you to take photos or videos from your seats. Please do not stand in the aisles, because we cannot block them during the ceremony. Family and friends of our graduates, I am very proud to present the class of 2020. It is my pleasure to introduce the Dean of Social Sciences, Darnell Hunt.
Families, friends, faculty and staff who have come together to celebrate, I am honored to address these outstanding graduates of the class of 2021. I want you to know how proud I am as the Dean of Social Sciences to be here at this recognition of your achievement. Your victories are our community's victories, and they haven't come easily. Such accomplishments are the product of time, energy, dedication, and passion. What you committed to your education brought you to this extraordinary moment, and I am grateful to be able to share it with you. You are graduates from the #1 public university in the country, and your arrival at this moment is an inspiration. Our auditorium today is full of your fans, and trust me, this won't be the last time you hear a round of applause because you've done something extraordinary. Take this moment of joy as an antidote to the challenges of life. Each one of us knows what it's like to feel alone in the silence of doubt when we need to hear the sound of encouragement. I see each of you in the future, remembering to support those among us who need to be lifted up by the power of your kind words or praise, and perhaps at a moment when you least feel you have this to give. So let today serve as a reminder of how we have the power to summon our collective strength to raise everyone higher. You will act on the impulse to enrich the lives of those around you. Be an agent for positive change. Make this world a better place. We need you to make this world better. Take pride in your lifelong journey of lifting. From when we reach out to others, our hearts become stronger by becoming more open and compassionate. Now, as much as we might want everything to work out perfectly, there will be times when an obstacle blocks our path. Something, perhaps the strangest person or idea or thing, will obstruct your progress towards an important goal. It's part of life. You've experienced this situation before. Remember, you overcame the challenges of learning remotely at UCLA, and who saw that coming, along with a global pandemic? You persisted when facing the distractions of home life and choppy internet connections for your Zoom classroom. The tenacity you showed during those circumstances makes you confident in your ability to persevere, no matter what happens. You will be able to step back if you need to and reflect on your values, on what matters the most. You'll consider why you persisted and why you are still here today. And this knowledge and these skills you developed at UCLA will empower you to soar in the months and years ahead. You will create something new, something that hasn't been seen or heard before, and there will be positive change and hope. I am confident of that. I ask you to lead the transformation that our world needs by becoming mentors. Mentorship is a generosity of spirit that brings everyone forward, both those who receive it and those who offer it to others. Be the mentors we need in our community, the mentors who build bridges for, rather than build walls against, those who may be struggling to cross over. We give ourselves a precious reward when providing advice and support as valued mentors. And may I share something with you? It feels wonderful. Never be shy about turning to someone who has gone ahead and made it back, someone who can tell you what might be just beyond the horizon, because even mentors need mentors. I am grateful for all the professors, advisors, staff, fellow students, family, and friends who brought each of us here today, because we needed them on our journey. Let's just pause for a moment and thank those people, both the ones who are with us today and also the ones who are not. Let us revel in joy and gratitude. After leaving UCLA, look for the people in your life who help to make you a better version of yourself. Surround yourself with people who persuade you not to linger in self-doubt. The mentors, colleagues, and friends you speak to in the years to come will help you remember who you are and inspire you to be who you want to be. This moment we share right now fulfills your hours of sacrifice when it would have been easier not to push yourself so hard. It is evidence that you have completed the most difficult courses you needed to take, and in the end, nothing defeated you. You belong at UCLA, and you make UCLA an acclaimed institution because of your strength, your voice, your intelligence, and your determination to succeed. Once this day has passed, I ask you to imagine it every now and then. Savor this moment, this stage, the seat you're in, the mask you wear, the beautiful people with us today in both body and spirit, the people who love you. Please carry this moment with you and touch on it in your mind and in your heart when you need it the most. Give yourself the chance to live in this moment again completely. May this moment give you strength when you need it the most. Today is a life story highlight, and I ask each of you to share your personal narrative with those who need to hear from you. Practice a genuine compassion for yourself, and at the same time, extend that compassion to a world that might not entirely understand you or your story. Be patient about that. Know that those who offer the most are often misunderstood because the gifts they bear defy the odds. Know that whatever you are doing, wherever you are, the people around you will be inspired by you to grow and to change, and they will recognize you because of who you are and all that you have gained from your experience as a Bruin. Every day ahead of you might not be perfect. However, enough of them will be as perfect as they need to be, because each one comes with the promise of a tomorrow. And I'm confident that you will make our tomorrow remarkable. I celebrate with great joy the opportunity to share this moment with you. And so, class of 2021, congratulations and go Bruins. Now it is my pleasure to introduce a member of the class of 2021, Remington Lee. Remington graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Please welcome Remington.
Being a Bruin is about beating impossible odds and doing it with resilience unlike any other. On March 10th, 2020, we all got the email. The coronavirus moved classes online. The campus would be remaining open for now, but students were recommended to start the next quarter online, remotely at home, temporarily, of course. We all grabbed necessities thinking this meant we were getting a long spring break. I remember grabbing a tote bag full of makeup products because that's all I thought I would need for the next month. But 2 months in and a raging worldwide pandemic later, I realized I did not prioritize grabbing the right items. One of those things that I forgot being my contact lenses. We went from enjoying chicken strips at late night with new and old friends to being back in our childhood bedroom with our parents interrupting our lectures every few minutes. But in life, so often things happen that are out of our control. It's good to know that they happen for a reason. I came to UCLA as a first-generation student, scared but excited. Over the next 5 years, I would face more than 30 surgeries and many, many hospitalizations. Every single day, I'm forced to fight for my life. But I'm used to fighting. I'm a Bruin. We are born fighters. And we always beat the impossible odds. For me, this started very early in life when doctors told my parents that I would never walk and would have a failure to thrive. But here I am today, standing, speaking to you at our graduation. There were so many moments where I wanted to drop out. Nights spent crying while simultaneously writing an essay that was due in the next hour. I know, many of you can relate. But I wasn't just dealing with the insane stress of being a UCLA student, which by itself is enough. I dealt with being in and out of the hospital during midterms and finals, scheduling surgeries around lectures when possible, constant kidney infections, and bouts of depression that felt like 1,000 tons weighing me down. Although my situation is unique, I know that facing extra challenges while being a student here is not. Those of us graduating here today have overcome many obstacles. While some have had to complete their degrees living in cars, there were also the dreamers facing an uncertain educational future. Others were forced to relive generational trauma while the horrors of institutional racism played out on televisions and in streets across the nation, all while still completing their education. Then there were the essential workers, risking their lives every day so that we wouldn't have to suffer. And finally, the ones that lost loved ones, all while the world kept spinning, never allowing them a second to catch their breath. Being a UCLA student is no small feat by itself. We beat the seemingly impossible odds just by being accepted, and then again by making it to this point, actually doing the dang thing, finishing our degrees. Today we're grateful to be in this position. We've overcome immense struggles and have done it with resilience and perseverance. On those days where everything seemed to be going wrong, I just kept reminding myself that I belonged at UCLA and that I could do anything I put my mind to. Why? Because I'm a Bruin. I was chosen to go here for a reason, and so were you. We attended the #1 public university and are sitting here in the country and are sitting here today for a reason. We completed our degrees during a pandemic and continue to work hard without complaining. Well, mostly. We overcame the unbelievable challenges we faced as individuals, as well as the new normal we were forced to collectively adapt to. During our senior year, our only social experiences were over GroupMe and Zoom, but we found ways to make friends and stay positive. Together, we watched Bruins compete in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, receive 16 medals, 7 of those being gold. We made Google Docs to help each other study, and I've seen people connect with each other in ways that never seemed possible in a lecture hall. We are resilient, and though this is not how we wanted to spend our senior year, the lessons that we learned are priceless and something no other graduating class will ever get to have. So, be proud of yourself for beating the odds, for surviving a year of Zoom UCLA, and give yourself a break when things get overwhelming. Remind yourself that our circumstances mean growth and strength. Because you're a Bruin, you always beat the impossible odds. You're resilient in ways that others may never understand, and you are so powerful. We will change the world. Thank you for letting me be a part of this graduating class, as it's been such an honor learning with you, even through Zoom classes. Thank you.
When you became Bruins, one of your rites of passage was to uphold our true Bruin values of respect, accountability, integrity, service, and excellence. As alumni, you are Bruins for life, and you remain an important part of our extended community. I now want to share with you UCLA's Principles of Community, which are published with our mission statement. I will read several of these principles to you, then I will ask you to make a pledge with me to uphold them as you join our communities around us communities that will find their greatest success because you, as a Bruin, are a part of them. I quote, "We believe that diversity is critical to maintaining excellence in all our endeavors. We seek to foster open-mindedness, understanding, compassion, and inclusiveness among individuals and groups. We are committed to ensuring freedom of expression and dialogue in a respectful and civil manner on the spectrum of views held by our various and diverse campus communities. We acknowledge that modern societies carry historical and divisive biases, and we seek to promote awareness and understanding through education and research to mediate and resolve conflicts that arise from these biases in our communities. Silently, please join me in this pledge. We will commit together to uphold these principles of community in Westwood and in our communities beyond. Thank you." Okay, with the first row of graduates, please stand and begin your approach to the stage. Graduates, we recognize you today for your individual achievements, and we present you as UCLA graduates to your family and friends. Our master's degree recipients will be followed by our bachelor's degree recipients. The graduates will cross our stage and pause for a photo. Remember that before the ceremony, for safety reasons, you were able to have a professional photograph taken on the terrace outside without masks. Please leave your mask on the entire time you are on stage. May our recognition of your accomplishments commence.
Jing Yan Ho. Amanda Dawn McAlpin. Nachiket Bukambudi Prasannakumar. Tian Yu Chen. Jia Ming Guo. Robin K. Felver Jacobson. Remington Lee. Melissa Aguirre. Areli Bueno L. Maggie Pong. Kalisa Lee Toe. Sheila Zhang. Bonnie Lee. Bradley Setsuo Nishida. Kaihan Zong. Ishita Kaloti. Carolina Hiron Rangel. Richelle Kumar. Emma Jie Lee. Sarah Rose Heisler. Ofelia Abigail Vega Morelos. Cameron Duran. Emmett Patil. Sahejvir Singh Dillon. Arlene Besha. Samuel J. Lee. Philip Onvu Tran. Yen Min Din. Ian Francisco Valdez. Yukie Miyamoto. Sinfei Miao. Christine Yu. Yasin Muhammad Abdul Majid. C.E. Cecile Jung. Singyu Catherine Shun. Wen Ting Yang. Hen Chen. Yulene He. Choyue Kong.
Thank you all. In the spring of 2021, the Chancellor conferred your degrees, and at this time, I want to revisit that moment with an acknowledgement of his words. More than anything, the Chancellor hoped that your experience at UCLA has opened up some windows on the world for you and leaves you yearning to know more. Your experience at UCLA is just the beginning of a life of continuing discovery, and the skills you've acquired here, in and outside the classroom, will serve you well in this rapidly changing world. When we gathered here today, perhaps your tassel was on the left, which is correct. If it isn't, please take this opportunity to turn your tassel, if you have one, while we listen to UCLA's alma mater, Hail to the Hills of Westwood. We are so very proud of you, class of 2021. Graduates, please stand and be acknowledged by your family and friends. Okay. Please be seated. Please be seated. And guests, please remember that you must remain seated until the graduates have exited Royce Hall. Family and friends, we are grateful that you joined us today and you have played such an important role in the success of our graduates. I will leave you now with the words of John Wooden. Success is never final. Failure is never fatal. It's courage that counts. Congratulations and go Bruins.